أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
اقترب للناس حسابهم وهم في غفلة معرضون.
Translation: People's accountability has drawn near, but they turn away without paying any attention.
ما يأتيهم من ذكر من ربهم محدث إلا استمعوه وهم يلعبون.
Translation: Whenever a new revelation comes to them from their Lord to warn and enlighten them, they listen to it in a playful manner.
لاهية قلوبهم وأسروا النجوى الذين ظلموا هل هذا إلا بشر مثلكم أفتأتون السحر وأنتم تبصرون.
Translation: With their hearts distracted, the evildoers converse to each other secretly. Is this one not human like yourselves? Would you fall for this magic, even though you can clearly see it? Explanation: What is the magic they are talking about? It was Prophet ﷺ's gentle way of explaining Quran to people. Whoever listened to Quran from his mouth and whoever had a chance to meet him used to get attracted to him and realize the authenticity of the message. The lucky ones would accept Islam instantaneously, and the unlucky ones used to get speechless before him. Though the facts were evident to them, still their arrogance would stop them from accepting the truth. They used to think that this is some kind of a magic with which people are getting attracted towards the Prophet ﷺ. With this in view, they used to do a lot of propaganda against the Prophet ﷺ to stop people from meeting him, claiming that he has magical powers.
قال ربي يعلم القول في السماء والأرض وهو السميع العليم.
Translation: The Prophet ﷺ said, My Lord knows every word spoken in the heavens and on the earth. He is all-hearing, all-knowing. Explanation: The Prophet ﷺ did not ask them to stop the propaganda against him. He simply told them that the Lord of the world listens to every word spoken by them, and they will be subjected to retribution of their deeds.
بل قالوا أضغاث أحلام بل افتراه بل هو شاعر فليأتنا بآية كما أرسل الأولون.
Translation: Yet they say, these are only confused dreams, or rather he has invented them, or he is only a poet. Let him therefore bring a miracle to us as the early apostles were sent with.
ما آمنت قبلهم من قرية أهلكناها أفهم يؤمنون.
Translation: No town that we destroyed before them believed. Will these then have faith if they are sent a sign or miracle? Explanation: The above verse is the answer to the wrongful claim of Meccan pagans about a miracle. When miracles occurred before on the request of nations of earlier prophets, they still did not accept the faith, and as a consequence, they were destroyed. It was in the interest of Meccan mushrikeen that nothing of that sort happens, otherwise they will also be destroyed like earlier nations. Allah provided a respite to the population of Makkah for a while. Only their elite, who were deadly opposed to the message of Islam, were punished in the Battle of Badr. But the entire population of Makkah became Muslim in 8 AH, after the fall of Makkah.
وما أرسلنا قبلك إلا رجالا نوحي إليهم فاسألوا أهل الذكر إن كنتم لا تعلمون.
Translation: The apostles we sent before you, O Apostle Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, were also human beings to whom we sent revelation. If you, O polytheists, do not know this, then ask the people who have knowledge of the earlier scriptures.
وما جعلناهم جسدا لا يأكلون الطعام وما كانوا خالدين.
Translation: And we did not make the bodies of the prophets not needing food, nor were they made to live forever.
ثم صدقناهم الوعد فأنجيناهم ومن نشاء وأهلكنا المسرفين.
Translation: Then we fulfilled our promise with them. We saved them, the prophets, and those whom we pleased, the followers of the prophets, and destroyed the transgressors.
لقد أنزلنا إليكم كتابا فيه ذكركم أفلا تعقلون.
Translation: Now, O people, we have sent down to you a book, the Quran, which deals with matters concerning yourselves. Why don't you understand?
وكم قصمنا من قرية كانت ظالمة وأنشأنا بعدها قوما آخرين.
Translation: And how many communities of unjust people have we destroyed, raising up other people in their place?
فلما أحسوا بأسنا إذا هم منها يركضون.
Translation: When they felt that our punishment was coming, they took to their heels and fled.
لا تركضوا وارجعوا إلى ما أترفتم فيه ومساكنكم لعلكم تسألون.
Translation: They were told, Do not run away. Return to your luxuries and your homes, so you may be questioned.
قالوا يا ويلنا إنا كنا ظالمين.
Translation: They said, Woe to us, we were indeed wrongdoers.
فما زالت تلك دعواهم حتى جعلناهم حصيدا خامدين.
Translation: And they kept repeating their cries until we made them as a field that is mown, as ashes, silent and extinguished.
وما خلقنا السماء والأرض وما بينهما لاعبين.
Translation: And we did not create the heaven and earth and whatever between them as futile.
لو أردنا أن نتخذ لهوا لاتخذناه من لدنا إن كنا فاعلين.
Translation: Had we desired to take up some diversion, we would have surely taken it up, if were we to do so.
بل نقذف بالحق على الباطل فيدمغه فإذا هو زاهق ولكم الويل مما تصفون.
Translation: No, but we hurl the truth against falsehood, and it breaks the ladder's head, and see, it vanishes. So woe to you, O disbelievers, for all the falsehood you attribute to Allah.
وله من في السماوات والأرض ومن عنده لا يستكبرون عن عبادته ولا يستحسرون.
Translation: Everyone who are in the heavens and the earth and those in his presence do not consider themselves great for worshipping him and do not get tired of their worship.
يسبحون الليل والنهار لا يفترون.
Translation: They glorify him by night and day without intermission.
أم اتخذوا آلهة من الأرض هم ينشرون.
Translation: What? Have these polytheists adopted idols made up of earth whom they consider as gods and spread this falsehood among people?
لو كان فيهما آلهة إلا الله لفسدتا فسبحان الله رب العرش عما يصفون.
Translation: If there were in the heavens and the earth other gods besides Allah, there would have been confusion in both. Glory be to Allah, the Lord of the throne. High is He above what they attribute to Him.
لا يسأل عما يفعل وهم يسألون.
Translation: He cannot be questioned for His wise acts that are beyond their comprehension, but they will be questioned for their rebellious acts.
أم اتخذوا من دونه آلهة قل هاتوا برهانكم هذا ذكر من معي وذكر من قبلي بل أكثرهم لا يعلمون الحق فهم معرضون.
Translation: Or have they taken other gods besides him? Say, O Prophet ﷺ, show me your proof. Here is the Quran, the reminder for those with me along with earlier scriptures, the reminder for those before me. But most of them do not know the truth, so they turn away.
وما أرسلنا من قبلك من رسول إلا نوحي إليه أنه لا إله إلا أنا فاعبدون.
Translation: We never sent any apostle before you, O Apostle ﷺ, except that we revealed to him that there is no God but me. So worship me alone.
وقالوا اتخذ الرحمن ولدا سبحانه بل عباد مكرمون.
Translation: They say, the most compassionate Lord has a son. Glory be to him. No, those they claim to be his sons are actually his honored servants. Explanation: The Jews and Christians claim that Allah has son. Some polytheists claim that the angels are the daughters of Almighty. The above verse refutes their evil claims. It is in Quran. The Jews call Uzair alayhi salam a son of Allah, and the Christians call Isa alayhi salam the son of Allah. This is saying from their mouth. In this, they but imitate what the unbelievers of old used to say. Allah's curse be on them, how they are deluded away from the truth. At-Tawbah 30. It is in Quran. Indeed, those who say Allah is the third of the Trinity became unbelievers. There is but one God. If they do not desist in what they say, a painful punishment will afflict those of them that disbelieve. Al-Ma'idah 73.
لا يسبقونه بالقول وهم بأمره يعملون.
Translation: They, the prophets speak only what he has spoken to them and what they are allowed to speak, and they act as per his command.
يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يشفعون إلا لمن ارتضى وهم من خشيته مشفقون.
Translation: He knows what is ahead of them and what is behind them. They do not intercede except for whom He approves, and they tremble in awe of Him.
ومن يقل منهم إني إله من دونه فذلك نجزيه جهنم كذلك نجزي الظالمين.
Translation: If any of them were to say, I am also a god besides him, we would send him to hell. Thus shall we reward the wrongdoers.
أولم ير الذين كفروا أن السماوات والأرض كانتا رتقا ففتقناهما وجعلنا من الماء كل شيء حي أفلا يؤمنون.
Translation: Don't the unbelievers see that the heavens and the earth were joined together as one unit of creation before we clove them asunder? We made from water every living thing. Will they not then believe? Explanation: What is that one unit from which the entire cosmos was created? The one unit referred to in the above verse is Noor-e Muhammadi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It is established from Quran and Ahadith that Allah created the Noor of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam first, which is the abstract form of this cosmos, and from his Noor he created this entire cosmos. First, it is in Hadith. It is related that Jabir ibn Abdullah radiyallahu ta'ala anhu said to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, O Apostle of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, may my father and mother be sacrificed for you. Tell me the first thing Allah created before all things. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, O Jabir radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, the first thing Allah created was the light of your Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam from his light, and everything else was created from that light. Part of the Hadith. The above Hadith was narrated by Abdul Razzaq D 211 AH in his Musannaf, according to Khastalani in Al-Mahawib Al-Dunya 1-55, and Zarkhani in his Shar al-Mawahib 1-56 of the Matba al-Amira edition, Cairo. There cannot be any doubt as to the reliability of Abdul Razzaq as a narrator. Bukhari took 120 narrations from him, while Muslim took 400. Bayhaqi also narrated the above hadith with a different wording in Dalail an-Nubuwa, according to Zurqani in his Shar al-Mawahib 1-56 of the Matba al-Amira, Cairo. Also, Diyar Bakri narrated it in Tarikh al-Khamis 1-20. The authenticity of the above hadith is also proved from the following Quranic verses and a hadith. Second, it is in Quran. From Allah has come to you a light and a book manifest. Al-Ma'idah 15. The above verse is very clear in describing Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as Noor from Allah. In the exegesis tafsir of the above verse, many well-known ulama have confirmed that the light refers to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. References: A. Suyuti in Tafsir al-Jalalain. B. Feruzabadi in the Tafsir Ibn Abbas entitled Tanwir al-Mikhbas, page 72. C. Imam Fakhr al-Din al-Razi in his Tafsir al-Kabir 11-189. D. Khadi Baidawi in his Tafsir entitled Anwar at-Tanzil. E. Al-Baghawi, his Tafsir entitled Ma'alim at-Tanzil 2-23. F. Al-Shirbini in his Tafsir entitled Al-Siraj al-Munir, page 360. G. The author of Tafsir Abi Saud 4-36. H. Thanaullah Panipati in his Tafsir al-Mazhari 3 to 67. I. Sheikh Muhammad Abdul Qadir Siddiqui Rahmatullah Alayh in his Tafsir Siddiqui. J. All ulama-e Ahle Sunnah in their translations and tafsir. K. Ibn Jarir al-Tabari in his tafsir Jami al-Bayan 6 to 92. L. Al-Khazin in his tafsir 2 to 28. M. Al-Nasafi in his commentary entitled Tafsir al-Madarik 1 to 276. And Al-Khasimi in his Mahasin at-Ta'wil 6 to 1921. And Ahmad al-Sawi in his super commentary on Tafsir al-Jalalain 1 to 258. M. Sayyid Mahmud al-Alusi in his commentary entitled Tafsir Ruh al-Ma'ani 6 to 97. Third, it is in Quran. Believe therefore in Allah and His Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam and in the light which we have sent down, and Allah is well acquainted with all that you do. At-Taghabun 8. Some people translate Nur in the verse as Quran. If we translate it this way, it will contradict the verse mentioned at number 2 above. Thus, the meaning of the above verse is Allah commands human beings to believe in Allah, His Apostle Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the light of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which has come down upon humanity in the shape of Hidayah through Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam via Quran Mubin and Siratul Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Fourth, it is in Quran. Allah is the light of the heavens and earth. The similitude of His light is as a niche wherein is a lamp. The lamp is in a glass. The glass is as it were a shining star. This lamp is kindled from a blessed tree, an olive neither of the east nor of the west, whose oil would almost glow forth of itself, though no fire touched it. Light upon light. Allah guides to His light whom He will, and Allah speaks to mankind in allegories, for Allah knows all things. An-Nur 35. Suyuti said in Al-Riyad Al-Aniqa, Ibn Jubair radiyallahu ta'ala anhu and Ka'b al-Ahbar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu said, what is meant by second light in light upon light is Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as it also described in verse 46, Surah Al-Ahzab, because he is the apostle and the expositor and the conveyor from Allah of what is enlightening and manifest. Fifth, it is in Quran. O Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, truly we have sent you as a witness, a bearer of glad tidings and warner for the entire cosmos, and as one who invites to Allah's grace by His consent, and as a lamp spreading light into the whole cosmos. Al-Ahzab 45 to 46. The above verse describes Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as lamp spreading light into the whole cosmos. He is also referred as a witness, a bearer of glad tidings and warner to humanity. A witness is the one who knows about all the physical and spiritual aspects of this cosmos. Sixth, it is in Hadith, narrated by Abu Huraira radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, when Allah's Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam was asked since how long he is the Prophet, he replied, when Adam alayhi salam had not yet had his spirit joined to his body. Tirmidhi. It is very difficult for Salafis, Deobandis, Kharijis and their like-minded groups to understand these facts because they focus their attention on the physical body of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and deny the facts of this cosmos which are clearly described in Quran and Hadith. In view of their too much attention on one aspect, they lose sight of the important aspect of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and start equating him with general human beings. Christians did the same mistake. They focused too much attention on the spiritual aspect of Prophet Isa alayhi salam and started regarding him as Son of God. Quran and Hadith teach us to balance both these aspects and remain steadfast on the right path of Islam. It is very unfortunate for Kharijis, Salafis, Deobandis and their like-minded groups who consider Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as a normal, sinful human being as anyone else. The problem is that things which are visible to the normal physical eyes are also ignored by them. They do not pay attention to the fact that there is a commonality which is common in two things, but it is the distinction which is the deciding factor of excellence. They should know that between human beings and animals, there are many commonalities. The animals are living beings, they eat and they reproduce their species. These are commonalities between animals and human beings. But the distinction between the two is that the human beings are crowned with common sense, intelligence, therefore they are made masters of the world. They should know that there are many commonalities between believers and non-believers as well. The distinction between the two is the Islamic faith. Because of this distinction, one will go to paradise and the other will burn in hell permanently. Makkan apostates like Abu Jahl and others used to say, what is the difference between him, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and other people of Makkah as he lives a life of a normal human being? It is in Quran. The apostates of Makkah used to say, what is there in this apostle ﷺ and other people of Makkah as he lives a life of a normal human being? He eats food like us and goes to around the markets like us. Al-Furqan 7. But Sahaba never used to think on these lines and they never compared Prophet Muhammad ﷺ with normal human beings. They looked at Prophet Muhammad ﷺ's life as an absolute miracle of Allah. To them, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ has been an unusual phenomenon of Allah's omnipotence. It is in Hadith. Miswar radiallahu ta'ala anhu narrate the account of the treaty of Al-Hudaybiyah in which Urwa came to Prophet ﷺ to negotiate its terms and when returned to his people and said, O people, by Allah, I have been to the kings and to Caesar, Khusrau and An-Najashi, yet I have never seen any of them respected by his courtiers as much as Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is respected by his companions. By Allah, if he spat, the spittle would fall in the hand of one of them, Sahaba, who would rub it on his face and skin. If he ordered them, they would carry out his order immediately. If he performed ablution, they would struggle to make the remaining water. And when they spoke, they would lower their voices and would not look at his face constantly out of respect. Bukhari, Book 50, number 891. Ahmad, Tabrani, Ibn Habban, Bahaqi. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ's life is a perpetual miracle. How come an apparently unlettered human being could change the course of this world? How could he culminate the teachings of all the prophets and become a stamp on the divine law? Whatever he says, whatever he does is divine law. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ represents humanity in all his actions. He shows happiness on certain things and displeasure on certain things. He shows foreknowledge of certain things and shows his unawareness of certain things. He pleads with Almighty for his forgiveness. He walks on streets like normal human beings. He fights with infidels along with his companions, and sometimes the results of the battles are inconclusive and sometimes he wins. He becomes concerned when something goes wrong with his family members and his companions and share happiness with them on happy occasions. Why it is so? Did you ever think about that? Read this Quranic verse to understand this phenomenon. It is in Quran. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is an exemplary model for all of you. Al-Ahzab 21. He is an icon of humanity and of all creations. Since he is the root of all creations, therefore, whatever form Allah chose for him to manifest, he will show that form's perfection. In other words, he is a perfect human being. Like him, there is none. He represents various facets of humanity at various stages of his life. Sometimes he shows utmost humility of a desperate human being, and on the other occasions, pointing his finger towards the moon splits it into two, which was witnessed by all Quraysh. The miracle is mentioned in the Holy Quran as well. It is in Quran, the hour, the day of resurrection, came near and the moon was split, and if they see any sign, then turn their faces and say this is magic perpetual. Al-Qamar 1-2. It is in Hadith, Bukhari wa Muslim, narrated by Ibn Umar wa Abu Huraira wa Anas radiyallahu ta'ala anhum. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ told his companions, I am not like you. I live with my sustainer, Rabbul Alameen, who feeds and provides me with drink.
وَجَعَلْنَا فِي الْأَرْضِ رَوَاسِيَ أَن تَمِيدَ بِهِمْ وَجَعَلْنَا فِيهَا فِجَاجًا سُبُلًا لَعَلَّهُمْ يَهْتَدُونَ.
Translation: And we have placed firm mountains in the earth so that it does not shake with them, people, and made in it broad pathways so they, the people, may find their way.
وجعلنا السماء سقفا محفوظا وهم عن آياتها معرضون.
Translation: And we made the sky a protected roof. Still, they, the disbelievers, turn away from His signs.
وهو الذي خلق الليل والنهار والشمس والقمر كل في فلك يسبحون.
Translation: It is He who created the night and the day, and the sun and the moon. All the celestial bodies swim along in their assigned orbits.
وما جعلنا لبشر من قبلك الخلد أفإن مت فهم الخالدون.
Translation: And before you, O Prophet ﷺ, we did not appoint on earth a never-ending life for any human being. Will they, if you depart, become immortal?
كل نفس ذائقة الموت ونبلوكم بالشر والخير فتنة وإلينا ترجعون.
Translation: Everyone is bound to taste death, and we try you, O people, through the bad and the good things of life by way of testing, so that your real character may reveal itself. In fact, you are on the way to return to us and will be gathered on the day of resurrection.
وَإِذَا رَآكَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا إِن يَتَّخِذُونَكَ إِلَّا هُزُوًا أَهَذَا الَّذِي يَذْكُرُ آلِهَتَكُمْ وَهُمْ بِذِكْرِ الرَّحْمَنِ هُمْ كَافِرُونَ.
Translation: When those who persistently disbelieve see you, they make you but a target of mockery, saying to one another, Is this the one who speaks against your gods? They cannot bear to hear their false deities denied, and yet it is they themselves who deny the book of their Lord, most compassionate, who has created them, without realizing that it is a crime to do so.
خُلِقَ الْإِنسَانُ مِنْ عَجَلٍ سَأُرِيكُمْ آيَاتِي فَلَا تَسْتَعْجِلُونَ.
Translation: Humans are, by nature, impatient, as if made of haste. This is why the disbelievers ask derisively when the punishment with which they are threatened will come. I will soon show you my signs, the truth of my threats. So do not ask me to hasten it.
وَيَقُولُونَ مَتَى هَذَا الْوَعْدُ إِن كُنتُمْ صَادِقِينَ.
Translation: They ask the believers jokingly, When will this threat come to pass if what you say is true?
لو يعلم الذين كفروا حين لا يكفون عن وجوههم النار ولا عن ظهورهم ولا هم ينصرون.
Translation: If only the disbelievers knew the time when they will not be able to ward off the fire from their faces and from their backs, and when no help can reach them.
بل تأتيهم بغتة فتبهتهم فلا يستطيعون ردها ولا هم ينظرون.
Translation: But it will come upon them all of a sudden and dumbfound them. They will not be able to avert it, nor will they be given any respite to escape from it.
وَلَقَدِ اسْتُهْزِئَ بِرُسُلٍ مِّن قَبْلِكَ فَحَاقَ بِالَّذِينَ سَخِرُوا مِنْهُم مَّا كَانُوا بِهِ يَسْتَهْزِئُونَ.
Translation: And indeed, the apostles before you, O Apostle Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, were mocked at by the mockery for the torment they used to make, came all of a sudden and ruined them.
قل من يكلؤكم بالليل والنهار من الرحمن بل هم عن ذكر ربهم معرضون.
Translation. Say, who else can protect you by night or day other than your most compassionate Lord? Yet they turn away when their Lord is mentioned in front of them.
أم لهم آلهة تمنعهم من دوننا لا يستطيعون نصر أنفسهم ولا هم منا يصحبون.
Translation. Do they have gods who can defend them against us? Their gods can neither help themselves nor can they protect themselves against us.
بل متعنا هؤلاء وآباءهم حتى طال عليهم العمر أفلا يرون أنا نأتي الأرض ننقصها من أطرافها أفهم الغالبون.
Translation. The truth is that we have provided for these polytheists of Makkah and their forefathers the enjoyments of life. Thus, they have lived for a long time in ease and safety. This is why they think that they will live forever in prosperity. Do they not perceive that we are gradually reducing the land under their control from all borders? Do they consider that they are the ones who will prevail forever?
قل إنما أنذركم بالوحي ولا يسمع الصم الدعاء إذا ما ينذرون.
Translation. Say, I warn you only on the strength of the revelation, in which there is no doubt, but the deaf do not hear the call when they are warned.
ولئن مستهم نفحة من عذاب ربك ليقولن يا ويلنا إنا كنا ظالمين.
Translation. Yet, even if a whip from the wrath of your Lord was to touch them, they will certainly say, woe to us, no doubt we were wrongdoers.
ونضع الموازين القسط ليوم القيامة فلا تظلم نفس شيئا وإن كان مثقال حبة من خردل أتينا بها وكفى بنا حاسبين.
Translation. We will set up balances of absolute justice on the day of resurrection, and no person will be wrong in the least. Even though it be a deed so much as the weight of a grain of a mustard seed, we will bring it forth to be weighed. We are sufficient to undertake account of everyone on that day.
ولقد آتينا موسى وهارون الفرقان وضياء وذكرا للمتقين.
Translation. We gave Musa alayhi salam and Harun alayhi salam the criterion, the book distinguishing between truth and falsehood, and made it a guiding light and reminder for the righteous.
الذين يخشون ربهم بالغيب وهم من الساعة مشفقون.
Translation. Those who fear their Lord in the most secret thoughts without seeing Him and who hold the hour of judgment in awe are the pious people.
وهذا ذكر مبارك أنزلناه أفأنتم له منكرون.
Translation. And this Quran is a blessed reminder which we have revealed. Will you, O disbelievers, then keep on denying it?
ولقد آتينا إبراهيم رشده من قبل وكنا به عالمين.
Translation. And indeed, we had granted Ibrahim alayhis salam sound judgment early on, for we knew him well, as he was our chosen apostle.
إذ قال لأبيه وقومه ما هذه التماثيل التي أنتم لها عاكفون.
Translation. When he questioned the brother of his father and his people, what are these statues to which you are so devoted? Explanation. It is reported that Hadrat Ibrahim alayhis salam grew up under the guardianship of his uncle Azar, father's brother, because his father Tariq died when he was very young. It is in Hadith, Anas ibn Malik radiyallahu ta'ala anhu narrates that one day Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam stood on the pulpit and informed Sahaba the names of his ancestors. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Ana Muhammad ibn Abdullah bin Abdul Muttalib bin Hashim bin Abd Manaf bin Khusai bin Kilab bin Murrah bin Kaab bin Lu'ay bin Ghalib bin Fihr bin Malik bin An-Nadr bin Kinana bin Khuzaima bin Mudrika bin Ilyas bin Mudar bin Nizar bin Maad bin Adnan bin Udad bin Ashab bin Saleh bin Saluh bin Hamisa bin Nabad bin Khizar bin Ismail alayhis salam bin Ibrahim alayhis salam bin Tariq. Bayhaqi, Hakim, Ahmad ibn Khatir in Bidaya wa Nihaya and Ibn Asakir. It is clear from the above hadith that the father of Ibrahim alayhis salam was Tariq, a Mu'min, while his uncle Azar was an idol worshipper. It is in Quran, O our Lord, grant me protection and my parents and the believers on the day when the reckoning shall come to pass. Ibrahim 41. In the above verse, Ibrahim alayhis salam is praying for protection for himself, his both parents, who were Mu'mineen, and general believers on the day of judgment. This Quranic verse shows Azar, who was an idol worshipper, was not the father of Ibrahim alayhis salam.
قالوا وجدنا آباءنا لها عابدين.
Translation. They said, we found our fathers worshipping them.
قال لقد كنتم أنتم وآباؤكم في ضلال مبين.
Translation. He said, indeed, you have been in manifest error, you and your fathers.
قالوا أجئتنا بالحق أم أنت من اللاعبين.
Translation. They said, have you brought us the truth, or are you one of those who just makes jokes?
قال بل ربكم رب السماوات والأرض الذي فطرهن وأنا على ذلكم من الشاهدين.
Translation. He said, in fact, your Lord is the Lord of the heavens and the earth, the one who created them, and I am of those who testify to it.
وتالله لأكيدن أصنامكم بعد أن تولوا مدبرين.
Translation. And by Allah, I have a plan for your idols after you go away and turn your backs.
فجعلهم جذاذا إلا كبيرا لهم لعلهم إليه يرجعون.
Translation. And then he broke all of them, the idols in their temple, to pieces except the one biggest in their sight, so that they might be able to turn back to it, to ask what had happened.
قالوا من فعل هذا بآلهتنا إنه لمن الظالمين.
Translation. Who has done all this to our gods? They exclaimed. Indeed, he is the one of the worst wrongdoers.
قالوا سمعنا فتى يذكرهم يقال له إبراهيم.
Translation. Some said, we heard a young man called Ibrahim alayhi salam speaking ill of them, idols.
قالوا فأتوا به على أعين الناس لعلهم يشهدون.
Translation. They said, then bring him before the people, so that they may see him and bring witness against him.
قالوا أأنت فعلت هذا بآلهتنا يا إبراهيم.
Translation. When Ibrahim alayhi salam came, they said, did you do this to our gods, O Ibrahim alayhi salam?
قال بل فعله كبيرهم هذا فاسألوهم إن كانوا ينطقون.
Translation. He said, rather, the biggest idol of them may have done it. Ask them if they can speak. Explanation. Some people wrongly consider that Ibrahim alayhi salam lied to the idol worshippers. This is not a correct understanding. As a matter of fact, it was a mercy of Allah on the idol worshippers. Their conscience was hit by this action. They were made to realize that the idol worship they were doing was wrong. It is in Quran. And indeed, we had granted Ibrahim alayhi salam sound judgment early on, for we knew him well, as he was our chosen apostle. Al-Anbiya 51. Prophets are innocent. Allah protects them from any kind of apparent or hidden wrongdoing. Therefore, among their actions and sayings, if something looks not based on facts to the general people, it is actually a wisdom on their part for the greater good of humanity. Prophets do not act on their own. Whatever they do or say is the revelation that comes to them from Allah. It is in Quran. The Prophet ﷺ does not speak out of desire. It is the revelation that is coming to him. It is in Hadith. Qatada reported, I said, Ummul Mu'mineen, tell me about the character of the Apostle of Allah ﷺ. Ummul Mu'mineen Aisha radiyallahu ta'ala anha said, have you not read the Quran? I said, of course. Ummul Mu'mineen Aisha radiyallahu ta'ala anha said, verily, the character of the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was the Quran. Muslim. A hadith is mentioned in some books of ahadith that Ibrahim alayhi salam told 3 lies during his lifetime. It is in hadith. Abu Huraira radiyallahu ta'ala anhu narrated that Ibrahim alayhi salam did not tell a lie except on 3 occasions. Twice for the sake of Allah, when he said, I am sick, and he said, I have not done this, but the big idol has done it. The third was that while Ibrahim alayhi salam and his wife Sarah alayhi salam were going on a journey, they passed by the territory of a tyrant. Someone said to the tyrant, this man, Ibrahim alayhi salam, is accompanied by a very charming lady. So he sent for Ibrahim alayhi salam and asked him about Sarah alayhi salam, saying, who is this lady? Ibrahim alayhi salam said, she is my sister. Ibrahim alayhi salam went to Sarah alayhi salam and said, O Sarah alayhi salam, there are no believers on the surface of the earth except you and I. This man asked me about you and I have told him that you are my sister, so don't contradict my statement. The tyrant then called Sarah alayhi salam, and when she went to him, he tried to take hold of her with his hand, but his hand got stiff and he was confounded. He asked Sarah alayhi salam, pray to Allah for me and I shall not harm you. So Sarah alayhi salam supplicated to Allah to cure him and he got cured. He tried to take hold of her for the second time, but his hand got more stiffer than before. and was more confounded. He again requested Sarah alayhi salam, "Pray to Allah for me and I will not harm you." Sarah alayhi salam supplicated to Allah again and he became alright. He then called one of his guards who had brought her and said, "You have not brought me a human being, but have brought me a devil." The tyrant then gave Hajira alayhi salam as a girl servant to Sarah alayhi salam. Sarah alayhi salam came back to Ibrahim alayhi salam while he was praying. Ibrahim alayhi salam, gesturing with his hand, asked, "What has happened?" She replied, "Allah has spoiled the evil plot of the infidel and gave me Hajira alayhi salam for service." Abu Huraira radiallahu ta'ala anhu then addressed his listeners saying that Hajira alayhi salam was your mother. O Bani Ma'is Sama, the Arabs, the descendants of Ismail alayhi salam, the son of Hajira alayhi salam. Bukhari, Muslim and others. It is important to read the following hadith to understand this issue in a proper perspective. It is in hadith. Imam Razi reported a hadith from Imam Abu Hanifa radiallahu ta'ala anhu in his Tafsir al-Kabir. Someone mentioned before Imam Abu Hanifa radiallahu ta'ala anhu that it is in this hadith that Ibrahim alayhi salam said 3 lies. The Imam said no. The narrator of the hadith has told 1 lie. The hadith is also mentioned by Shaykh Muhammad Abdul Qadir Siddiqui rahmatullah alayhi in his Tafsir al-Siddiqui, verse 63, Surah Al-Anbiya. In view of the observation of Imam Azim Abu Hanifa radiallahu ta'ala anhu, the hadith that Ibrahim alayhi salam said 3 lies is clouded in uncertainty. Let us discuss briefly the 3 statements mentioned in the hadith. First, the first statement of Ibrahim alayhi salam to his idol worshipping people was, when they were going out of their town for some festival, he told them that he was not feeling well and he stayed back. It is in Quran, and Ibrahim alayhi salam said, "Indeed I am ill." As-Saffat 89. Why did he stay back? It was because he wanted to explain the wrongdoing of his people in a way they can comprehend fully. And when all of them had gone to the festival, he entered the big temple and broke all idols, leaving the biggest idol intact. Second, the second occasion was when they came back and asked him as to who has broken the idols. His reply is described in verse 63, Al-Anbiya. He told them the biggest idol may have done it. Ask them if they can speak. It is obvious that on both these occasions it was the mercy of Allah on the people of Ibrahim a.s. to explain them facts in this manner. Third, the third statement is not mentioned in the Quran. It is mentioned in the Bible that Ibrahim a.s. lied and declared his wife to be his sister. Genesis 12, 13, 18, 19. As per the Bible, this incident took place when Ibrahim a.s. went to Egypt. And according to Bible, the age of Ibrahim a.s. at the time was 75 and Sarah a.s. was 65 years old. In such a scenario, it cannot be that someone informed a tyrant that a youthful, charming woman is accompanied by Ibrahim a.s. and the tyrant calling them to his palace and Ibrahim a.s. stating them that Sarah a.s. was his sister and that Sarah a.s. getting Hajira a.s. as her maid servant from that tyrant. All these are conflicting and contradictory stories.
فرجعوا إلى أنفسهم فقالوا إنكم أنتم الظالمون.
Translation. So they came back to their senses saying to one another, "It is not Ibrahim alayhi salam. You yourselves are truly the wrongdoers."
ثم نكسوا على رؤوسهم لقد علمت ما هؤلاء ينطقون.
Translation. Then they quickly regressed to their original mindset and said to Ibrahim alayhi salam, "You already know that those idols cannot speak."
قال أفتعبدون من دون الله ما لا ينفعكم شيئا ولا يضركم.
Translation. Ibrahim alayhi salam said, "Do you then worship besides Allah things that can neither be of any good to you nor can they harm?"
لكم ولما تعبدون من دون الله أفلا تعقلون.
Translation. Shame on you and shame on what you worship instead of Allah. Will you not use reason?
قالوا حرقوه وانصروا آلهتكم إن كنتم فاعلين.
Translation: They got mad in anger and said, "Burn him up to avenge your gods, if you must act."
قلنا يا نار كوني بردا وسلاما على إبراهيم.
Translation: And when they threw him in fire, we commanded, "O fire, be cool and peaceful for Ibrahim alayhi salam."
وأرادوا به كيدا فجعلناهم الأخسرين.
Translation: They intended to harm him, but we made them suffer the greatest loss.
ونجيناه ولوطا إلى الأرض التي باركنا فيها للعالمين.
Translation: And we saved him and his nephew Lut alayhi salam and directed them to the land which we have blessed for the nations.
ووهبنا له إسحاق ويعقوب نافلة وكلا جعلنا صالحين.
Translation: And we blessed him with son Ishaq alayhi salam and grandson Yaqub alayhi salam as an additional favor, making all of them righteous.
وجعلناهم أئمة يهدون بأمرنا وأوحينا إليهم فعل الخيرات وإقام الصلاة وإيتاء الزكاة وكانوا لنا عابدين.
Translation: And we made them leaders, guiding people by our command, and we revealed to them to do good deeds and to establish salah and pay zakah. They were our servants devoted to worshipping us with all sincerity.
ولوطا آتيناه حكما وعلما ونجيناه من القرية التي كانت تعمل الخبائث إنهم كانوا قوم سوء فاسقين.
Translation: And to Lut alayhi salam we gave wisdom and knowledge, and saved him from the society engrossed in shameful practices. They were certainly an evil, rebellious people.
وأدخلناه في رحمتنا إنه من الصالحين.
Translation: And we admitted him into our mercy, for he was one of the righteous.
ونوحا إذ نادى من قبل فاستجبنا له فنجيناه وأهله من الكرب العظيم.
Translation: And also remember Nuh alayhi salam. He had called out to us long before Ibrahim alayhi salam, and we answered his prayer and saved him and those of his family and people who believed in him from the tremendous distress.
ونصرناه من القوم الذين كذبوا بآياتنا إنهم كانوا قوم سوء فأغرقناهم أجمعين.
Translation: And we helped him against the people who denied our signs. They were indeed an evil lot, so we drowned them all.
وداود وسليمان إذ يحكمان في الحرث إذ نفشت فيه غنم القوم وكنا لحكمهم شاهدين.
Translation: And remember Dawood alayhi salam and Sulaiman alayhi salam, when they gave judgment in the matter of the field into which the sheep of certain people had strayed at night. We did witness their judgment. Explanation. The above verse is related to an incident during the time of Dawood alayhi salam. It so happened that the sheep of a person entered the garden of grapes of another person during the night when the grapes were fully grown and were about to be harvested and caused severe damage to the crop. It is in hadith. It is narrated on the authority of Ibn Masud radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, who said that the grapes which had grown and their bunches were spoiled by the sheep. Dawood alayhi salam ruled that the owner of the grapes should keep the sheep. Sulaiman alayhi salam said, "Not like this, O Prophet of Allah." Dawood alayhi salam said, "How then?" Sulaiman alayhi salam said, "Give the garden of the grapes to the owner of the sheep and let him tend them until the grapes grow back as they were. And give the sheep to the owner of the grapes garden and let him benefit from them until the grapes have grown back as they were. Then the grapes should be given back to their owner and the sheep should be given back to their owner." Ibn Jarir. There is another incident in which Dawood alayhi salam and Sulaiman alayhi salam gave different judgments. It is mentioned in the following hadith. It is in hadith. It is narrated on the authority of Abu Huraira radiyallahu ta'ala anhu that the Apostle of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "There were two women who each had a son. The wolf came and took one of the children. They both claimed that the remaining child belonged to them. Their dispute was referred to Dawood alayhi salam. He ruled that the remaining child belonged to the older woman. They left. Then Sulaiman alayhi salam called them back and said, "Give me a sword and I will divide him, the child, between the two of you." The younger woman said, "May Allah have mercy on you. He is her child. Do not cut him up." So he ruled that the child belonged to the younger woman. Bukhari, Muslim, Nasai, Ahmad.
فَفَهَّمْنَاهَا سُلَيْمَانَ وَكُلًّا آتَيْنَا حُكْمًا وَعِلْمًا وَسَخَّرْنَا مَعَ دَاوُودَ الْجِبَالَ يُسَبِّحْنَ وَالطَّيْرَ وَكُنَّا فَاعِلِينَ.
Translation. We made Sulaiman alayhi salam understand the case more clearly. We granted each of them sound, wise judgment and knowledge pertaining to the mission and in accordance with the time and conditions of each. And we subdued the mountains as well as birds to glorify us along with Dawood alayhi salam. It is we who do all these things. Explanation. The above verse refers to the beauty of the voice of Dawood alayhi salam. When he recited Zabur, the birds would stop and hover in the air and would repeat after him, and the mountains would respond and echo his words. It is in hadith. It is narrated by Abu Musa radiyallahu ta'ala anhu that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "O Musa radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, you have been given a flute of the people of Dawood alayhi salam." Tirmidhi. It is in Quran. "And we certainly gave Dawood alayhi salam from us bounty. We said, O mountains, repeat our praises with him, and the birds as well. And we made iron soft for him, and commanded, make full coats of mail jackets composed of metal rings serving as armor, and calculate precisely the lengths and work, all of you, with righteousness. Indeed, I am seeing what you all do." Sabah 10-11.
وَعَلَّمْنَاهُ صَنْعَةَ لَبُوسٍ لَكُمْ لِتُحْصِنَكُم مِّن بَأْسِكُمْ فَهَلْ أَنتُمْ شَاكِرُونَ.
Translation. We taught him the art of making body armor to protect you in battle. Will you then be grateful? Explanation. Dawood alayhi salam was the first one to make rings of chain armor. Before the new armor, they used to wear plated armor.
وَلِسُلَيْمَانَ الرِّيحَ عَاصِفَةً تَجْرِي بِأَمْرِهِ إِلَى الْأَرْضِ الَّتِي بَارَكْنَا فِيهَا وَكُنَّا بِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ عَالِمِينَ.
Translation. And to Sulaiman alayhi salam we subjected the wind blowing at his command towards the land that we had blessed. It is we who have knowledge of everything. Explanation. It It is reported that Sulaiman alayhi salam had a massive mat made of wood on which he would place all the requirements of his kingship and command the wind to carry it. The wind then would carry him aloft, shading him and protecting him from the heat until he reached wherever he wanted to go in the land.
وَمِنَ الشَّيَاطِينِ مَن يَغُوصُونَ لَهُ وَيَعْمَلُونَ عَمَلًا دُونَ ذَلِكَ وَكُنَّا لَهُمْ حَافِظِينَ.
Translation: And we subjected some shayateen, headstrong jinns, that dived in the oceans for him to bring pearls and perform other duties. It is we who kept them in check.
وَأَيُّوبَ إِذْ نَادَى رَبَّهُ أَنِّي مَسَّنِيَ الضُّرُّ وَأَنْتَ أَرْحَمُ الرَّاحِمِينَ.
Translation: And remember Ayub alayhi salam when he called his Lord saying, Hardship has afflicted me, and you are the most merciful of all those who have mercy.
فاستجبنا له فكشفنا ما به من ضر وآتيناه أهله ومثلهم معهم رحمة من عندنا وآتيناه أهله ومثلهم معهم رحمة من عندنا وذكرى للعابدين.
Translation: So we listened to him, we removed the distress that was on him, and we restored his people to him, and doubled their number as a grace from ourselves, and a thing for commemoration for all who serve us. Explanation: Prophet Ayub alayhi salam was the descendant of Prophet Ishaq alayhi salam. He lived in Syria. He was very humble and used to glorify Allah devotedly. Allah had provided him with many bounties, like big house, lands, farms, livestock, servants, and many children. Then Allah tested him. He was stripped of all his wealth and possessions. But it did not matter to Ayub alayhi salam, as he remained committed to the glorification of Allah. Then Ayub alayhi salam lost all his children one by one. Then he lost his health, and he was afflicted with a loathsome disease with terrible pain. The disease worsened day by day, to an extent that people of his community abandoned him outside the town, where no one visited him except his wife, who remained with him through all these trials. She worked in the homes of people to make a living and to look after him who was abandoned alone. Even in this condition, Ayub alayhi salam did not lose heart and remained steadfast in the glorification of Allah. Ayub alayhi salam remained in this state for about 18 years. Then one day he prayed. And remember Ayub alayhi salam when he called his Lord saying, Hardship has afflicted me, and you are the most merciful of all those who have mercy. Al-Anbiya 83. Allah responded to his supplication and removed all afflictions from him, and he became as sound as he had been previously. His wife was not there at that time. When she returned to him, she did not recognize her husband standing in front of her, hale and hearty. She asked him, May Allah bless you. Have you seen the Prophet of Allah who was ill here? And by Allah, I have not seen a man more similar to him when he was healthy than you. Prophet Ayub alayhi salam said, It is me only. Later Allah returned all his wealth, possessions, and his children.
وإسماعيل وإدريس وذا الكفل كل من الصابرين.
Translation: And remember Ismail alayhi salam, Idris alayhi salam, and Zulkifl alayhi salam. They were all steadfast.
وَأَدْخَلْنَاهُمْ فِي رَحْمَتِنَا إِنَّهُمْ مِنَ الصَّالِحِينَ.
Translation: And we admitted them into our mercy, for they were truly righteous.
وَذَا النُّونِ إِذ ذهب مغاضبا فظن أن لن نقدر عليه فنادى في الظلمات أن لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين.
Translation. And remember, though unknown, Yunus alayhi salam, when he went away enraged at his people. So he thought that we would not cause him any distress during that journey. Then he cried out in the darkness of the night under the sea from the belly of the fish who had swallowed him. There is no God except you. Glory be to you. Surely I was of those who wronged themselves.
فاستجبنا له ونجيناه من الغم وكذلك ننجي المؤمنين.
Translation. We answered his prayer and rescued him from the anguish, and so do we save the true believers. Explanation. Prophet Yunus alayhi salam was sent to the people of a town in the present-day Iraq. He called them towards Allah, but they rejected him and persisted in their disbelief for a long time. When he realized that they were adamant in rejecting the faith, he left the town in anger and told them that they will be destroyed within 3 days. Though his people rejected his teachings, they knew that he was honest. When he left the town, they saw dark clouds appear over their heads. They got panicked and ran away from their homes to the desert with their children and cattle and flocks. They separated the mothers from their children and pleaded to Allah for forgiveness. They were forgiven for their previous misdeeds as they repented and believed in what Yunus alayhi salam preached them. It is in Quran. Then has there not been a single city that believed, so its faith benefited it except the people of Yunus alayhi salam? When they believed, we removed from them the punishment of disgrace in worldly life and gave them enjoyment of a time. Yunus 98. After leaving the town, Yunus alayhi salam traveled in a ship. During the journey, the ship was caught in a sea storm. The people in the ship got panicked and feared that they could be drowned. As it was custom those days, they would cast lots to identify the person who was the cause of their misfortune. Whoever was identified, they would throw him into the sea for the ship's safety. It so happened that when they cast the lot, the draw went against Yunus alayhi salam. It is in Quran. And he, Yunus alayhi salam, drew lots and was among the losers. As-Safat 141. Yunus alayhi salam stood up, removed his outer garments and threw himself into the sea in the darkness of the night. A large fish appeared on the scene and swallowed him and went deep into the sea. Yunus alayhi salam remained alive in the belly of the fish for about an hour or so, and he prayed Allah, seeking His mercy from the darkness of the belly of fish. His prayer was answered. The fish came back to the surface of water and spewed him out on a beach which had thick vegetation. It took some days for Yunus alayhi salam on the beach to get fully healed, as his skin was partially burnt. After he recovered, he went back to his town and realized that his nation has been forgiven and they had accepted the faith.
وزكريا إذ نادى ربه رب لا تذرني فردا وأنت خير الوارثين.
Translation. Mention also Zakaria alayhi salam. He called out to his Lord, saying, My Lord, do not let me leave the world without a heir, for you are the best of the inheritors.
فاستجبنا له ووهبنا له يحيى وأصلحنا له زوجه إنهم كانوا يسارعون في الخيرات ويدعوننا رغبا ورهبا وكانوا لنا خاشعين.
Translation. So we answered his prayer and gave him Yahya alayhi salam and remedied the infertility of his wife for him. Indeed, they were most active in good deeds, and they would supplicate us with eagerness and awe, and were humble before us.
والتي أحصنت فرجها فنفخنا فيها من روحنا وجعلناها وابنها آية للعالمين.
Translation. And mention Maryam alayhi salam, the one who guarded her chastity. We breathed into her from our spirit, Jibreel alayhi salam, and made her and her son a sign for all people.
إن هذه أمتكم أمة واحدة وأنا ربكم فاعبدون.
Translation. So this community of yours, which all the apostles and their followers have formed, is one single community of the same faith, and I am your Lord, who creates, sustains, and protects you all, so worship me alone.
وتقطعوا أمرهم بينهم كل إلينا راجعون.
Translation. And yet they later disagreed and became divided into different sects, but they are all destined to return to us.
فمن يعمل من الصالحات وهو مؤمن فلا كفران لسعيه وإنا له كاتبون.
Translation. So whoever does righteous deeds while he is a believer, his effort will not be ignored, and we shall record it in his favor.
وحرام على قرية أهلكناها أنهم لا يرجعون.
Translation. It is forbidden for the people of any town that we have destroyed to return to the world. They shall not return.
حتى إذا فتحت يأجوج ومأجوج وهم من كل حدب ينسلون.
Translation. Until after Yajuj and Majuj are broken loose from the barrier, swarming down from every hill.
واقترب الوعد الحق فإذا هي شاخصة أبصار الذين كفروا يا ويلنا قد كنا في غفلة من هذا بل كنا ظالمين.
Translation. And the time of fulfillment for the true promise will draw near. Then behold, the eyes of the unbelievers will fixedly stare in horror. They will say, woe to us, we were indeed heedless of this warning. In fact, we were wrongdoers.
إنكم وما تعبدون من دون الله حصب جهنم أنتم لها واردون.
Translation. Verily you, unbelievers, and the false gods that you worship besides Allah are the fuel of hell. You are all bound to enter it.
لو كان هؤلاء آلهة ما وردوها وكل فيها خالدون.
Translation. Had they really been gods, they would not have entered in the hell. They will all abide in it forever.
لهم فيها زفير وهم فيها لا يسمعون.
Translation. There will only be groaning for them, and they will not hear anything else. Explanation. The above verses 95 to 100 emphasize the fact that if a person dies on disbelief, there is no way that he can come back to the world again and do good deeds. Allah says that it is forbidden for him. He will be raised along with everyone else on the day of resurrection to face the consequence of his deeds and eventually be thrown into hellfire.
إن الذين سبقت لهم منا الحسنى أولئك عنها مبعدون.
Translation. Indeed, those to whom there has gone beforehand the promise of the best reward from us will be kept away from it, hell.
لا يسمعون حسيسها وهم فيما اشتهت أنفسهم خالدون.
Translation. They, believers, will not even hear the slightest sound of it, hell, and they will abide in that which they desire, the paradise.
لا يحزنهم الفزع الأكبر وتتلقاهم الملائكة هذا يومكم الذي كنتم توعدون.
Translation. The great horror of that day will not disturb them, the believers, and the angels will greet them, saying, "This is your day, which you have been promised." Explanation. The above verse is a good tiding for the believers. The horrors of the day of judgment will not be a cause of grief for the believers. They will be kept safe from the effects of the horrors. Rather, the angels will greet them, saying that today is the day when you will be rewarded as was promised to you during your lifetime.
يوم نطوي السماء كطي السجل للكتب كما بدأنا أول خلق نعيده وعدا علينا إنا كنا فاعلين.
Translation. The day we shall roll up the skies like the rolling of the scrolls for writings. We will bring it back as we began the first creation. It's a promise binding on us. It will indeed be fulfilled.
وَلَقَدْ كَتَبْنَا فِي الزَّبُورِ مِن بَعْدِ الذِّكْرِ أَنَّ الْأَرْضَ يَرِثُهَا عِبَادِيَ الصَّالِحُونَ.
Translation. We have written in the Zabur, Psalms, as we did in previous scriptures, that my righteous worshippers shall inherit the earth.
إن في هذا لبلاغا لقوم عابدين.
Translation. Verily, there is a message in this Quran for people who are devout.
وما أرسلناك إلا رحمة للعالمين.
Translation. We have not sent you, O Prophet ﷺ, but as mercy on all the worlds. Explanation. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is the mercy on all the worlds, the entire cosmos. It is because of him that all worlds are being protected and provided with the required provisions.
قل إنما يوحى إلي أنما إلهكم إله واحد فهل أنتم مسلمون.
Translation. Say, it is revealed to me that your God is but one God. Will you then become Muslims, those who submit to him?
فإن تولوا فقل آذنتكم على سواء وإن أدري أقريب أم بعيد ما توعدون.
Translation: If they give no heed, tell them, I have warned you all alike in complete fairness. Now I do not know whether what you are threatened with is near or far.
إنه يعلم الجهر من القول ويعلم ما تكتمون.
Translation: It is He who knows what you speak openly and what you hide in your hearts.
وإن أدري لعله فتنة لكم ومتاع إلى حين.
Translation: I do not know if this delay in taking you to task is a test for you or enjoyment for a while.
قال رب احكم بالحق وربنا الرحمن المستعان على ما تصفون.
Translation: The Prophet ﷺ said after a long debate with the unbelievers, O my Lord, pass your judgment so that the truth is manifested to them, and our Lord is most compassionate, whose help we seek against all that you falsely attribute to him.
صدق الله العلي العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم.